96.9 FM, your complete source for the information you need. Don't miss Focus on Your Investments with Norm and Michael Robbins, weekdays at 1 p.m.
Hi, I'm Shauna.
And I'm Kiefer.
And we're Thompson Square. We're blessed to be able to perform in front of thousands of people every night.
And when we sing this song, Glass, it always sends a powerful message.
The lyrics speak to how fragile we all are and how life's journey is not always a straight and simple path.
We're honored to be speaking out on behalf of a cause that is very dear to us, Child Fund International.
Child Fund has been changing the lives of children in need for over 50 years.
In 31 countries, they find ways to improve the lives of impoverished kids because Child Fund doesn't let poverty slow them down.
Their mission is to educate, to empower, and to help these children thrive at all the stages of their lives.
And to become leaders of enduring change. This is what Child Fund is all about.
Disrupting poverty, creating opportunities, and brighter futures. Learn how at childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
There are a lot of things you can share in this world, like pizza, a book, a cab ride, a toothbrush. Okay, maybe not that last one. But did you know you can also share the sunshine? By tagging your photos with the hashtag LoveFL, you can share some warm Sunshine State inspiration with all your friends. Or you can take the sharing a step further and invite them down for a visit to share some great Florida moments with you. Just make sure they bring their own toothbrushes. This message sponsored by Visit Florida, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
The Money Talk Radio Network is WSBR Boca Raton, W280DU Boca Raton, and W245BC Lauderdale Lakes.
Latest from ABC News, I'm Trevor Alt. The Centers for Disease Control says the number of injuries and deaths tied to vaping is on the rise.
530 confirmed and probable cases of lung injury associated with e-cigarette product use or vaping were reported to us by 38 states and 1 territory. Sadly, 7 deaths have been confirmed and reported to us from 6 states.
Dr. Ann Choquette is the principal deputy director of the CDC. New York and Michigan have now banned flavored e-cigarettes. Congressional Democrats are calling for an investigation after the Washington Post report that the acting director of national intelligence stopped a whistleblower report against President Trump from reaching Congress.
If in a matter within the jurisdiction of the Director of National Intelligence, you have an employee of that community or a contractor or detailee who follows the law and makes a complaint, and it is possible for the subject of that complaint to essentially quash the complaint or keep it from Congress, then this system is badly broken.
House Intelligence Committee Chair Adam Schiff. The report says a member of the intelligence community filed the whistleblower report after an alleged phone call between President Trump and a foreign leader that involved some sort of promise. Also at the Capitol, former professional tennis player James Blake testified before a House committee on police practices. Blake was tackled and handcuffed by a New York City police officer without provocation while standing outside a hotel.
I think about my encounter with the NYPD, and I think how lucky I was that I had no fight or flight response. I think about those who weren't so lucky.
The officer was found guilty of using excessive force and docked 5 vacation days. NFL wide receiver Antonio Brown no longer has a shoe deal with Nike. The move follows allegations of sexual assault. A spokesperson for the company says Antonio Brown is not a Nike athlete. This is ABC News.
There's nothing like meeting face-to-face, and there's nothing like Zoom to make that happen. Zoom lets you connect and do business across town or around the world. Zoom ties together all of your communication needs into one easy platform for video conferencing, phone calls, group chat, webinars, and your conference rooms. Connect easily from anywhere, your mobile phone, your laptop, or conference room. Zoom is how business gets done. Get your free account at Zoom.com today. Meet happy with Zoom.
Dell has something extra for small businesses, up to 45% off during their semi-annual sale. It's a perfect time to update to Windows 10 with huge deals on business computers featuring Intel Core processors, plus free shipping on everything. Call Small Business Technology Advisors who can help you achieve your business goals affordably with low monthly payments on the right tech for you. Just call 877-BUY-DELL. That's 877-BUY-DELL, or visit Dell.com/business deals for semi-annual savings.
Has all the education you need to make an informed decision about your plan for you and your family. I Will Advisor specializes in every aspect of Medicare and what options are most likely to help or hurt you. And that way you can get a plan that fits your lifestyle and needs at an affordable rate. Call Debbie at 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
The following message is sponsored by the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
Natural disasters can be unexpected and devastating to your home or property. If your home or property is damaged and needs repairs, it's important to use only Florida licensed contractors. Remember to check their references, get everything in writing, and don't pay up front. To verify your contractors are licensed, contact the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation online at myfloridalicense.com. That's myfloridalicense.com.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to the Ask the Experts show with local experts in the fields of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Enjoy being educated in such topics as personal injury law, community association law, family law, bankruptcy law, along with health show topics like pain management, men's health, and dental implants. Now, sit back and enjoy today's Ask the Experts with host Steve-O.
Good afternoon. Where is my light at that we're on the air? You know, in the old days, when like Ed Morrill days, is that it? He thinks I'm coming down on him. I'm not. I love this guy. He's wonderful. So, good afternoon. This is the Ask the Expert show. We are on for the next hour, and we're going to take you home with this show. Today's show is on reverse mortgages, and our expert today is CTC Mortgages. We've got in studio, we've got Eric Wilcox, and we've got Ed Alvarez, and for any questions you have, you can give us a call here at the station, and I'm going to get my buddy to write down the phone number because we don't have ears here. So for the next 30 minutes, we are going to talk about reverse mortgages, and something cool is coming up. They are going to be doing a seminar, which we're going to talk about, because people do not understand about reverse mortgages. So let's welcome both of our guests from CTC Mortgage. Hi, guys.
Hey there. How's it going?
Good to see you. Well, at least we have some nice weather. We're not under any hurricane warnings. Everything looks good out there. Everything's going out to sea. But we have a show in Houston, and they're underwater. They have bad weather down there. So, Ed, let's start off with you. Tell us about the company.
Well, see, actually, Eric's probably a better one to answer several questions about the company.
Yeah, CTC Mortgage is, we've been around for about 10 years. We're a local company right here in West Palm Beach.
Local company. Remember that. It's not some guy who used to be a star trying to sell you something on a national basis. I love that about CTC.
Mm-hmm. Local company. We're classified as what they call a correspondent lender. And so what that means is we're actually set up with about 20 different investors. And so we're set up to sell products from anything from big banks like Wells Fargo or Fifth Third Bank or large companies like that, Flagstar Bank. We also have niche banks that we can sell their products. And one of the other specialties that we have is in reverse mortgages. So we kind of offer the full suite of products from, the whole mortgage world per se. And
people don't understand about reverse mortgages.
It's
we've got a lot of emails this week. People don't understand about them.
I think the problem with the misconception on reverse mortgages is back in like the 60s, 70s, the program actually got a really bad rap to it. There's a lot of negative connotations surrounding the program. But given all of the changes that have taken place since the 80s, 90s, there's a lot more regulation involved with it. What most people don't understand about reverse mortgages is it's actually a federally regulated program now. It's an FHA loan. When you say the words FHA, a lot of people say, I know what an FHA loan is, right? So people know a lot about traditional forward mortgages for FHA, but they don't realize that reverse mortgages are an FHA product too. It's insured by the government, and there's a lot of regulations tied to the product now to protect the seniors that want to utilize
Which was
the product.
different back in the years that it was getting the bad rap.
Exactly.
Such a great product. I mean, how could it have a bad rap at all?
Yeah,
People
I mean,
behind it.
Our job, really, and the whole purpose that we're here is to find people that might have a need for it and talk to them and figure out what their concerns are. Maybe they heard something. Maybe somebody said to them, oh, no, don't do a reverse mortgage. I heard this.
Right.
Like, we want to clear up those myths, talk to them, educate them, and figure out whether or not we can use it to help them.
Well, if you have a question for the guys here, you can call us at 888-721-0074. That's 888-721-0074 if you have a question about reverse mortgages, because you can't ask a question to those past celebrities who do the commercials. Why are they always past celebrities that do the commercials? So, Ed, tell us what a reverse mortgage is.
Yeah, so a reverse mortgage is a federally insured mortgage loan that allows homeowners 62 years and older to convert their equity.
So there's an age requirement.
That's correct, yes. You have to be 62 or over. One of the borrowers does. So it allows them to convert their home equity into either cash or a growing line of credit. So that, in a nutshell, is what it is, and it's a fantastic product. It has a lot of different uses it can be put to.
Doesn't matter what you need the money for.
That's correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Just to,
You're not questioning.
No, just to build off of that too, right? Like, what is a reverse mortgage? It's a loan that you take out that's tied to your house where there's no monthly payment obligations tied to it. That's the key, right? So,
But
it's a
they
loan,
still
just like any other loan.
remain
Somebody can,
owner of the home?
Exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, boy, I could think of a lot of things to do with that kind of money. And you know what? Remember, there's an age requirement on there of 62 years old. So you're going to do a seminar, which I think is fantastic. And if you don't get a chance to write the information down now, we're going to repeat it in the second half of the show. And you're going to be able to go to their website and listen to the show, and it'll be on there. But you've got a seminar coming up in November.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a seminar on November 2nd, which is a Saturday morning at 9 a.m. We're going to be serving breakfast to anybody who shows up, and we're looking forward to meeting everybody who has questions and really wants to get a good understanding of how this product works and how it can fit into their own economic plan.
If you have a pen you want to RSVP, you can call 561-379-1297. That's 561-379-1297, because you want to RSVP. You're serving breakfast too.
Yeah,
you're doing it right.
The whole idea behind having the seminar is, like, if there's any listeners out there and you've maybe been thinking about taking out a reverse mortgage, and maybe you're on the fence and you want to, instead of calling in and talking to somebody or going online to do research, if you want to talk to a real person, CTC Mortgage, we're going to host this event. Come in, no matter how many people sign up. We're going to talk to everybody. We're going to answer all your questions. And by the end of the seminar, sitting down talking with us, you're going to know whether or not the product's right for you, whether or not it makes sense for your financial situation to pursue a reverse mortgage. And that's the whole point of it.
I bet you there's no such thing as a dumb question. You got to remember, everybody in the audience are going to be people who have questions about reverse mortgages.
Well, certainly. I mean, it's a product that's not very well understood in the marketplace, and that's one of the things that's been holding it back.
So if a friend of yours has told you, oh, don't do that, it's bad news, don't take their word for it, because probably if you asked them why, they would probably not have a good answer for you. So these are the professionals. These are the people who do this every day. Ed, can you give me some examples of some of the recent loans you've done?
Yeah, sure. They generally fit into three different categories. So a loan that we recently did, or in the process of doing actually, is a purchase transaction where a HECM, which is the government's name for a reverse mortgage, home equity conversion mortgage, can be used to actually purchase a home. So in this particular example, the gentleman was buying a home in Georgia. The purchase price was $650,000 approximately. He was able to borrow $378,000 against that home, and had to come up with just under $300,000 to purchase the home, to get into it with using this product. He was 74 years old, so it's an age-based product as well. The older you are, the more you can borrow.
Do they have to give you a reason what they're going to do with the money?
Well, they don't. I mean, it's a loan, just like anything else. But I just want to emphasize that too, because like that particular scenario that he just explained is so powerful. So for people out there listening, okay, this customer came in and they found a house that they wanted to buy, and it was $650,000. Their original intention was to drain all of their retirement and all their cash reserves and pay cash for that property. So what we did was we said, okay, you can purchase the $650,000 house, but now instead of paying $650,000 cash out of your pocket, you only have to come to the table with $294,000. You purchase the house and you never have a mortgage payment for as long as you're alive.
They didn't touch their retirement money.
Well, some of it. They had to take $294,000, but instead of $650,000, they took less than half of it, and they have no mortgage payments. Like, if you just wrap your head around how powerful that is for somebody, think about everything else that you can do with that money, that they were going to put all of their assets into their house. Now they have that extra cash left over. They can invest it. They can leave it to their kids now. The possibilities are endless. So
that is powerful.
It is.
So before the show, and we do read all of your emails and your texts that we get, we had someone to contact us wanting to know about, do you have to have good credit to do this?
Interesting enough, credit is not really a consideration for this product.
Okay.
We do pull credit just to understand, what kind of liabilities you're carrying. But credit itself doesn't really factor into it. What happens is the government wants to understand, the lender wants to understand that you are going to be able to continue to make your tax payments as well as your insurance payments on the home. And they do a financial assessment, is what they call it, rather than a credit review. So as long as you can show that you're going to be able to continue to make those payments for a very significant period of time, you're going to be able to qualify for the loan, regardless of what your credit score is.
It's in short, right? Like, your question, is credit an issue? Like, somebody that's out there listening, and maybe when you hear in the market somebody says, well, you got to have a 600 score to qualify for a regular product, a regular mortgage, or you have to have a 580 to get an FHA loan. Don't think about what your score is, because we're not looking for any certain specific score on a reverse mortgage. It's more about the overall picture, and it is possible to get a reverse mortgage with something that someone might consider a poor credit score or a low credit score. So don't get discouraged about that.
It doesn't really even come into play at all.
Like Ed said, it'll come into play based on whether or not they think that you have the ability to pay your taxes.
They're going to look at an overall picture.
You can still qualify. They'll look at it. You can still qualify with a lower credit score. We just have to structure the loan a little bit differently, but it's not going to be like a hard denial like it would be on a traditional mortgage if you had a low credit score.
And your company does traditional mortgages, too.
We do.
I mean, it's not just reverse mortgages. And you're local, which I think is so important. And tell us about your customer service.
So one thing that we've really been...
I knew he'd like that.
One thing we've really been working on, because we know nowadays, like, your online presence and everything like that is so important. If you Google West Palm Beach Mortgage Company or something like that, Palm Beach County Mortgage Company, we're going to show up, in the Google results in the top 5, whatever. We're going to be right up there organically. We're not paying to be in that spot. And in terms of our Google, actual review rating, we have a 5-star review rating. We have more reviews than almost any other company in Palm Beach County.
That means they're getting a lot of people coming to their website, and the people who are happy with the service. As part of this show, we don't want you to have to Google somebody. We want to bring you the top people. And when it comes to reverse mortgages or just mortgages in general, what I want you to, you've got to write this phone number down. It's CTC Mortgages. They're in Palm Beach, but if you're in Dade or Broward, it doesn't matter. They'll handle you. Give everybody your phone number.
Sure. That's 561-379-1297.
And we keep talking about your website. What's the website address?
Yeah, the website's www.ctcmortgage.com. And if you don't know what CTC Mortgage stands for, it's kind of an industry-specific term. It's kind of what everybody's looking for when you take out an application is the CTC. It's the clear to close.
Oh, okay.
So when you get your final approval, you're clear to close, and so we're CTC
I was going to ask
Mortgage.
you to spell CTC for me. This is really a great company. We're going to go to break, and we come back. We've got more with Eric and Ed, CTC Mortgage.
Whether you're purchasing or refinancing, CTC Mortgage is dedicated to helping you meet your financial goals on the most favorable terms and at the lowest cost. Whether you're purchasing or refinancing, CTC Mortgage is dedicated to helping you meet your financial goals on the most favorable terms at the lowest overall cost. CTC Mortgage offers a full line of mortgages, including the home equity conversion mortgage. This is the only reverse mortgage insured by the U.S. federal government. A reverse mortgage allows you to convert a portion of your home equity into cash. You do not have to sell your home or take on additional monthly debt payments. Just some of the key benefits and features of a reverse mortgage are eliminating monthly mortgage payments, stay in your home and retain full home ownership, tax benefits giving you a growing full line of credit, and there is no prepayment penalty. Our experienced team has been originating mortgages in Palm Beach for over 10 years. CTC Mortgage works with the top lenders and offers the best rates and service in the market. Contact CT Mortgage today to get the best solution for your needs. Contact them at 561-379-1297. That's 561-379-1297.
Hey, we are back. This is the Ask the Expert Show. We're on every Thursday from 3 to 4 here on 740 AM and from 5 to 6 today on 1470 AM. We're with the CTC Mortgage Company. We're talking reverse mortgages today, and we have both Eric and we have Ed here in studio. We're talking about other examples of loans that you've closed on. Can you give us some other examples?
Yeah, sure. So here's another popular use for reverse mortgages for HECMs. And this is a situation where this couple have a home that's valued at about $360,000, and they currently have a mortgage on the property for approximately $150,000. And so they're saddled with essentially $1,000 payment every month to maintain the mortgage in the home. And so they came to us wanting to get out from under that mortgage, and so that this is a popular way to use the product. They qualified for a $190,000 principal limit loan against their property, which allowed us to pay off their mortgage and give them a line of credit for an additional $25,000 beyond that they can use for any other needs they may have.
But no more mortgage payments.
But no mortgage, no payments, right, exactly.
God, that's a big load off of someone's shoulders.
Exactly.
That's amazing. And remember, you have to be 62 or older. And if you'd like to give us a call here, if you have a question for Ed, the number here is 888-721-0074. That's 888-721-0074. I'm going to tell you something. Whatever you have heard about reverse mortgages, throw it away. Give us a call here, or give CTC a call tomorrow morning and get the truth behind this, because I'm telling you, our government is not going to allow something like, listen, they make a lot of mistakes, but there's oversight here. And like you said, this is a government program here. And you know what? This is to help you. It's sure not here to hurt you. I can't explain what happened 6, 7, 8 years ago, but it's totally different now. Again, this is on reverse mortgages. And we were talking about credit. Credit doesn't have a lot to do. If you don't think you have a good enough credit score, don't let that stop you from calling them, because there's other things that go into it.
Yeah, definitely. And when it comes to credit, too, if for some reason you're somebody that may have a credit score, it could be in a lower tier, we can analyze your credit report and we can make recommendations to you that might help increase your score.
You have a credit repair company you work with.
We partner with a credit repair company, and these guys help us with people that have maybe derogatory events on their credit, or maybe things that they need to dispute, or late payments that were reported, and this company will help us help the customer clean up the credit a little bit. And so
I got to tell you, because I had a hickey, I'm going to say, on my credit, and it was showing some ungodly amount, even though I paid it every month on time. For some reason, they didn't show it. And that was the only thing that hurt my credit. So mistakes can be made. Mm-hmm. And it made a big difference. It does take them a few months, though, to get caught up. But they had completely the wrong numbers and late payments, and I've never had a late payment before. Had to prove it to them, but they make mistakes. Mm-hmm. So there are things you can do to help people's credit.
Exactly.
So how much demand are you seeing for you call them a HECM? The HECM.
HECM.
But it's HECM loans. How much demand are you seeing now?
Yeah, so that's an interesting question. I mean, when you think about it, there are 10,000 people every day turning 62 and older, and approximately 30%, somewhere between 30 and 35% of those are carrying mortgages into retirement, and we are probably doing only 40,000 of these loans in total across the country every year. So there's a huge...
Oh, you got a lot of growth room there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and mostly because people just don't understand them, don't know about them, don't realize how they can be helped by the product. There's an enormous amount of unmet demand in the marketplace. And that's just people who are carrying mortgages. I mean, there's other ways to use it as well. But
I can't get this thought out of my head. There's a commercial that runs on reverse mortgages. Somebody who had a good show, but after that commercial, I have no idea how reverse mortgages work. After seeing that commercial, and it's a national company. You know, I like that warm, fuzzy feeling, someone who's right here in my backyard, which you guys are.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. We'll take the time to sit down with you and explain all the details and
there's a lot
show
to know
you exactly how it works. Yeah. Well, it can be complicated, but
the way you explain it, it makes it so easy to understand. Now, you're going to have, we were talking about this in the first part of the show, you got a seminar coming up on November the 2nd at 9 o'clock, and it's going to be at your office. I don't know if I said that before. It'll be at your office. Where's your office at? It's in West Palm Beach.
It's in West Palm. It's located, it's on the corner of Belvedere and Australian, near downtown, but the address is 1475 Center Park Boulevard, and we're in Suite 301.
Now, your website, it will be up there also, in case they can't write this down. Give everybody your website address.
It's www.ctcmortgage.com. And you can also find us on Facebook, too, if that's easier for you. Just go onto Facebook and search for us, CTC Mortgage, and it will pop right up as a West Palm Beach mortgage company, too.
I want to talk about a friend of mine. He really is a friend of mine. He's been on our show, morning show that Renee and I do, actually several times, and that's Secretary Ben Carson. And you know what? He just, they try to bury him too, and the court said that he did nothing wrong. I can't believe what's going on in Washington, D.C., but I've heard that he's Secretary of HUD, that he is proposing changes to HECM. Where's that going?
Yeah, well, I think the important thing to note about that is the fact that it is a government program and it can be changed at any time. And the fact is that they are making some suggestions about modifications to the program. We don't know exactly where that's going to go. They're not major, but there have been in the past 7-8 years a couple of major changes that were made to the program. In both cases, it was to reduce the benefits to the borrowers. So it's not while it's still a great program, it's not as beneficial as it once was. And so the fact is that it is, it can be changed at any time, and we don't know what's going to happen in the future. So we need to keep that in mind.
So I want to tell her there's a lot of people still who do not understand reverse mortgages. You're going to give people a chance by coming to your seminar. Breakfast, people, free breakfast. This is November the 2nd. That's a Saturday at 9 a.m. at CTC's, their office here in town. And give everybody your phone number one more time.
Yeah, sure. It's 561-379-1297. If you're interested in joining us for the seminar, please call and reserve a spot.
You know what? Tell me, we've been on for the last 30 minutes. Tell me you don't understand more now about reverse mortgages, and there's so much more to learn, and maybe a reverse mortgage is perfect for you. There's only one way to find out. Come to the seminar, and you're going to be back with us again next month, and we will be promoting that also. CTC Mortgage. Give everybody the phone number one more time.
Yeah, the phone number is 561-379-1297.
And the website?
www.ctcmortgage.com.
That makes it so easy. We're going to go to our break, and we'll be coming back with our second half-hour show. We're going to be talking about hurricanes today. And I'm telling you, if you've got a problem at home that you're not happy with your insurance company, with your claim, you need to stay tuned to the next 30 minutes. We'll be right back.
Whether you're purchasing or refinancing, CTC Mortgage is dedicated to helping you meet your financial goals on the most favorable terms and at the lowest cost. Whether you're purchasing or refinancing, CTC Mortgage is dedicated to helping you meet your financial goals on the most favorable terms at the lowest overall cost. CTC Mortgage offers a full line of mortgages, including the home equity conversion mortgage. This is the only reverse mortgage insured by the U.S. federal government. A reverse mortgage allows you to convert a portion of your home equity into cash. You do not have to sell your home or take on additional monthly debt payments. Just some of the key benefits and features of a reverse mortgage are eliminating monthly mortgage payments,